A question I always ask in interviews for my own product hires is to ask them to think both at the macro and the micro. I give them a set of product investments and have them bounce around with me how they would invest of their own portfolio. So if I'm hiring a product director to own a specific business outcome, I give them a little bit of market background on what market segments we're trying to sell into, what our current customers are saying, and ask them how they'd invest their roadmap. So I think it's similar with a founder. You want to talk about what your business goals are. You want to say what you're seeing with your current customer base, and you want to play around with a couple scenarios. You want to find someone who can play out a couple different investment scenarios with you and articulate which of those investments are going toward transformative bets, which of those are tied back to adjacent market segments, and which are going back into the core that you've already developed product market fit in. And so you want someone who can play out both of those with you and call out the ROI of different scenarios.
I also like to do some sort of case study in order to get at how does somebody think about success, think about prioritization. Let's take an example problem statement. Let's whiteboard it together. Let's think through what kind of questions are you asking users? What kind of assumptions are you making? If I'm role playing that I'm the head of engineering, how do you work with me? And what kind of questions do you ask there? And better yet, if you can have an engineer from your team sort of sitting side by side. A good way to test for some of those skills is to really ask folks to refer to examples that they admire, right? So is there a consumer product that you're really impressed with? Are there players in your current industry that you think have really moved the industry forward? Are there mistakes that folks have made? I think that's a question that I've been asked in a lot of interviews and like to ask as well. So I think that is all really important.